Hello, I'm Alex Hui. In this video, I would like to share with you one simple exercise for men that could help with issues such as urinary incontinence, dribble after urination, erectile dysfunction, or premature ejaculation. This exercise is called the Gong exercise or the pelvic floor muscle exercise. Over 1,400 years ago, Chinese medicine doctor Sun Simiao, who is regarded as the king of medicine, has written in his book that this exercise should be practiced often. Before we practice the exercise, we need to know what exact muscles we are working on. The pelvic floor muscles are a sling of muscles that run between the pubic bone at the front all the way to the tailbone at the back. And the urethra and the anus all passes through these muscles. So the pelvic floor muscles can help to control the bladder, the bowel, and it involves with sexual functions. Also, before we start, it is important to note that people who has a catheter should not be doing this exercise. So how should we exercise the pelvic floor muscles? First of all, we have to get ourselves ready by number 1, emptying our bladder. We should always empty our bladder before we do this exercise. And for beginners, it is also great to find a place that is quiet and private so that we can focus and feel the right muscles. And number 2, find a good position. I would recommend beginners to start with lying down, face up, because that is the most relaxed position. And once getting used to the exercise, we can start doing other positions such as sitting down or standing up. Now we are ready to do this exercise. To do this, we have 3 things that we have to do simultaneously. But for beginners, it is okay to practice this individually for learning purposes, and once we get used to it, we can combine all these 3 movements together. Number 1, withdraw the penis inwards to the body. Now this is a very small and subtle movement, and one common mistake is that we use the abdominal muscles, which is not correct. Instead, we should use the muscles at the base of the penis. And when we do this, we can practice individually and slowly, gently, just to feel the right contraction of the right muscles. Number 2, pretend that while urinating, you are stopping the urine stream. And while we do this movement, we should only use the muscle at the base of the penis. Number 3, pretend that you're trying to avoid passing gas. And we can do that by lifting or squeezing the muscles around the anal area. And in fact, the Chinese name of this exercise, Gong, where T means lifting and Gong means anus. And there's another way to practice is whenever next time you have gas, you can try to avoid it by holding it and feel the subtle movements of the exact muscles that are working. Now, regarding the actual exercise, we should do the above 3 things together, and we should hold that for 3 seconds. And afterwards, we're gonna relax for 3 other seconds, and this is count as 1 set. And we should do 10 sets consecutively. And this whole exercise we can do 3 times a day. So when you get used to the exercise, you can slowly increase the time from 3 seconds to 5 seconds, all the way to 10 seconds. And during that 10 seconds, we increase the intensity of the contraction bit by bit. So as the time goes by, we lift and hold, lift and hold, lift and hold, all the way to 10 seconds. And afterwards, we relax bit by bit as well. So we're gonna relax a little bit, hold it, relax a little bit, and then relax, and all the way to 10 seconds as well. Some common mistakes include number 1, flexing the wrong muscles. So for this exercise, we should only be working on the pelvic floor muscles. So if you feel that you're working on the abdominal muscles, the thighs, the glutes, then that means you're not using the right muscles. So what we can do is when we're lying down, we can put a hand on top of the belly button, and then we can feel, and if there's any tension in the abdominal muscles, then that means we're not doing it correctly. Number 2, contracting too strongly. This is especially true for beginners who may want results fast, that they're working too hard. However, in the beginning, we should do it gently so that we can feel and use the right muscles. Number 3, holding your breath. So when we do this exercise, we should be breathing freely. And it is often because our muscles are not relaxed enough that prohibits us from breathing freely. So that is the reason why it ties in with the previous point that we should be doing this gently so that it can help us to breathe freely. The last common mistake is to overdo it. Just like any other exercises, we should do it moderately, and if we overdo it, it can cause negative effects. So this is the pelvic floor exercise. You should expect to see improvements in a few weeks to a few months, such as less frequent urine leakage or an improvement on erectile dysfunction. So the most important point is to be patient, be persistent, and keep practicing this daily. And I am sure that you're going to be seeing results. Thank you for watching today. If you have any questions, leave in the comment section below. Stay healthy, and I will see you next week.